is going on, everybody? Happy Football Sunday. We got Barfy here with my man, Mr. Monahan, Crash Bandicoot. How you doing, brother?
Fantastic after last night. That was a lot of fun. Uh,
Ah! God damn! I have no lights, so I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to balance a fucking stupid light. And I'm like straddling my I'm straddling my desk in a weird way just because of I have an open house today and I'm trying to sell the house, pack the house up. So I have no clue. I'm all get naked.
yeah, man. So, I had like a near-death experience last night. Driving home from work, freaking killed a deer with my Dodge. I didn't dodge the Dodge.
The deer didn't dodge the Dodge.
Yeah.
and both went down. Down goes Dodge. Down goes Dodge.
Oh my god, dude! It was like totally like slow motion, like shit. Like I couldn't believe it was happening. I was like, "This is really fucking happening." It was like poof, the deer's legs went phew, and it just went off into the night, and my whole front end was gone.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Hey, I lived unscathed, so no airbags, no nothing. The Dodge is pretty fudged up. Hey, but I have to give a little kudos out to Geico. They did a really nice job for me. Like they handled everything. They're really, really good.
15 minutes can save you 15%.
Yeah, or more. And
more.
Believe me, worth every penny. Like they got the tow truck out there. They asked where I wanted to move to, and I told them where to take it to, and they handled it. I literally was like, I got picked up by Sarah and we went home and we drank and the guy called me. He's like, all right, I dropped it off at the place. And I said, sweet. And that was it. And now I might get that Dodge Challenger that I really want a little bit sooner than I expected because I think that thing is totaled.
Oh, I'm sure it's totaled. You've had that car for what? How many years now?
Almost 12 years. Man, I love that car. It was a great car. But yeah, I can't say anything bad about it. Like, it really was a great car. Like, it never really gave me any trouble. Like, it's great. 12 years, like 140,000 miles on it.
That's it?
Yeah, well, dude, you have to remember, I lived right down the street from Taylor Farms for, 7 years. It was like a mile to work for 7 years.
There you go. Oh, man. So, how we all doing today, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
We're getting down to the nitty-gritties with football. Now it's time to where you should have your set teams. Except now bye weeks are coming in, and then with the additional bye weeks with COVID, this is where the people who know how to draft are actually now going to start pumping up in the ranks. Some people lose. Right now the Bald Bastard is in second place in our fantasy league, and he was talking shit.
Oh, he was. He was making fun of me because I'm in like second to last place.
Yeah, exactly. Bald Bastard's talking shit, and let him talk it. Let him talk his shit. This is the first time he's ever been up there. He's never
I'm
been.
Happy.
I mean, I'm happy for him. It ain't gonna last long, but I'm happy for him.
Oh, absolutely. This is where the waiver wire moves come in. This is where you're drafting for depth and whatnot. So you got all these people that have no bench whatsoever. They're going to be so screwed when it comes to bye weeks because they got to plug and play people. And when you're streaming players weekly, it's a disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. You want people that are competent on your bench.
I actually had to do that this week. I had my. So I could have risked it and not because I didn't draft the second tight end because they're only a few points usually. And my kicker's out today. So I could have just said, you know what, let me ride it out and see what happens, or I just do it. You know what I mean? So what I did was I found my weakest players that weren't ever giving me points, and I dumped them anyway because I would never play them unless an emergency. Like Edmonds from New Orleans only getting 3 points a fucking game. So I dropped him, got a backup tight end and a backup kicker now. Well, just another kicker. So rookie mistake on my part is I dropped my other kicker. But again, a kicker is a kicker. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as you're not getting what's his face from Cody Parkey, you should be fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm falling into I fell into a little bit of a trap. Is Michael Thomas? He's been a disaster for me this year, and he's killing my team. He's freaking killing me. And I'm losing by like 3-4 points. Last week I lost by 4 points, and we were talking last week about defenses. How you want to stay away from a defense that could possibly get you negative points. Well, I had Minnesota because I was like, Minnesota might turn it around and everything like that. So I was like, you know what? I lost my patience with Minnesota. I was like, all right, I'm done with them. The Chiefs' defense have been producing pretty decent points. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to plug Chiefs in. Boom, negative 5.5. I lost by 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ain't that a kick in the dick?
It is. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
So I don't want to rush us long, but unfortunately, because my real estate agent is the devil and decided to schedule an open house on fucking Sunday. Now I'm going to try to move the camera so you understand on why Sundays are important in the Barfy household. So I'm going to see as I drop everything. You see that back there, right? You see that little that big hunk of screen? If I move there we go. That's 120 inches for a reason. I need my fucking football. so ooh, that's like a horror movie thing right there. Give me back my football. Get off my plane. So anywho, he scheduled an open house for fucking 1:00, right when the Eagles go on. And no, sir, I don't like it. But so we have to do. Unfortunately, we can't bullshit too much. Also, real quickly, happy birthday, bald bastard! Even though you're not watching,
happy birthday!
He is officially almost a man. I think he grew a pube today.
Good for him,
my special boy. Anywho, so last week remotely, I forget our predictions. I was super hungover. I remember saying a few names. I just don't remember. I hope you do because I don't.
I'm sure we would start running through these lists. I'm sure I'm going to be like, dude, you totally hit on that one. And you did hit on a couple. Definitely. But all right, so we'll just run through. We'll do the recap last week. It was kind of like a mixed bag of things. A couple hits, couple misses. The matchups were there. Players just weren't producing. That's why I say, fantasy football is like 40% skill, 60% luck. It is just a toss of the coin. Is the player going to actually produce against the defense they should produce against? So I had Kyle Murray at quarterback, and he got 28.3. It's solid. Mike Davis on the must-start side with another 25.4 solid. DK Metcalf, again, with another 25.3. So definitely hit on my must-starts, which were pretty much no-brainers almost. Like, you're going to probably start these guys no matter what anyway. Right. But you slide Mike Davis in there as a must start, and it's like I pound the table for this guy. This guy produces. He just produces. He's not a big name. He isn't a world beater, but the guy just always does it. So now with the sleepers and redeemers, I had Kirk Cousins. He came in at 6 points, which is kind of like nothing crazy. At least it's not going to kill you. Right. James Robinson, who had a great matchup. Fell short. If you sprinkle a touchdown in there, it's a solid day, but he got 8.5. DJ Moore with a really great day, nailed that with 18.3. He definitely had exactly what I thought he was going to do. And then my breakout flex fell flat. Tyler Boyd, who I thought, Bengals offense looked like on the up and up, and they just kind of like I think they didn't get blanked. They kicked a last-second field goal, which pissed off the Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator because he wanted that goose egg, and he cursed out whatever the head coach is for the Bengals, the young kid. It's like an unwritten rule. It is an unwritten rule. As much as you don't want to say, unwritten rules don't matter, but dude, you don't spoil a freaking shutout. You don't do it when your team's playing like garbage.
No, I'm sorry. It's always, first off, it's the Bengals. Who the hell cares? And secondly, good. I would, if I have a chance to score, I don't care. Fuck you. I'm going for it. If it's only 3 points and I'm losing by 75, I still got 3 points. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And this is why not many people like me, people, because I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God. Joe for president.
My presidential campaign slogan will be, "I'm just the average Joe." You know, I don't fuck your feelings. What's good for everybody, not just for you. Hey,
all right. So it's.
Will you shut up, man?
All right. Well, let's get into this week. We're gonna roll into our must starts for the week. We have must start Ben Roethlisberger against Cleveland. The Browns pass defense. You're looking at 30th in passing yards, 30th in passing touchdowns. Right now, I believe their safety, Ronnie Harrison Jr., is out. So that opens up that back end really good for freaking Claypool, whoever the frick that was. It went off on the Eagles last week.
Yo, dude, they were literally just handing. I think that was the water boy actually. They were just putting people out there like, "Hey, kid, you want to pretend to play football? Here, go ahead, have fun."
Well, I think he was a 3rd round draft pick. I think he came out of Notre Dame. I think that's where he's from. But so it's not like he's like a total no name guy. Like he's supposed to be like that Martavius Bryant kind of guy. Like he's fast. He just goes, and he just tore the Eagles up. So yeah, you're looking at a new wrinkle. You got JJ or Juju Smith-Schuster, and you got Claypool, and now that offense looks a little scary as far as speed's concerned.
Yeah.
So if Roethlisberger is going against a real shit defense, and we'll see what happens. But I say must start.
Is going to have a field day.
Field day.
I don't even think he's going to put pads on today. I think he's going to wear that sleeve to cover his elbow, and he's going to go, "Come on, kids, gather around, let's go." All right, this. Hey guys, this is how you do a rush. We're gonna hand the ball off to Juju here, and he's gonna run right fucking through you. But so I had, and I always do this just because I know we're gonna eventually agree on the same person. And I had Roethlisberger as my must start today. And not only because he's my starting quarterback for my fantasy league, but just because he's an animal. But since you did pick Roethlisberger, I'm going to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzmagic. He's blowing up points.
He's averaging almost 20 points a game.
He's playing really lights out. He's got that offense churning out some points.
Exactly. So what was it? Last week, what did he go for? 131 yards, 9 touch. That's for the year. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's sick. First off, he's 37 years old and he's got a fantastic beard. And
that he does.
He has a fantastic. I wish if it wasn't for the fact I have to be professional, I would want my beard like full Grizzly Adams, But I got to keep this, penis-looking thing.
You should braid it.
And once it gets to about here, I'm gonna start braiding it up. But that's who I got. I got Ryan Fitzmagic for the must start for quarterback since Monahan took my must start quarterback.
Sorry, buddy.
Hey, man, we're gonna agree on shit.
We are. All right, so moving down to running backs. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis again with the must start. He is just going crazy, and he's playing against Chicago, who he was with last season, who he didn't really do much with. They didn't really give him a chance. They wanted to give David Montgomery all the carries, which they probably should just kept Mike Davis and just said, "Hey, Rook, you just can't do it." So, but must start against Chicago. Chicago's defense is 16th against the rush with 113-yard average a game against. So he's going to get his stuff. He's going to get his carries. I think he got the bulk of the carries. He got I think the other running backs maybe got like 3 or 4 carries last week total, while he got like 18, 20, something like that carries. And then he caught the ball. And he caught the ball out of the backfield. The guy is great. I got a hard on for freaking Mike Davis.
I could tell. You want a minute? You want to hop off screen for a second?
I'm gonna be right back.
So, I am gonna go. Jesus, stupid computer! Every time I try to change something, music starts playing. I had good thing I keep a second list here for wide receiver. Right, we're on wide receiver, correct?
No, we're on running back, bud.
Motherfucker, running back. Juju. That's who I had, actually.
There we go.
You gotta
go with the Roethlisberger bang bang.
Exactly, man. And one thing that you taught me was if you're going to get a great quarterback, you got to get one of his players that's going to match with him.
Exactly. You get that double touchdown pointage.
You get that DP stuff, man. So definitely with wait. That's why we're on running back. You said, son of a bitch. Sorry, my lists are all fucked up right now.
It's all right. I'm just going with it.
Nah, well, hold on. Jesus Christ. There we go. All right. We're going to keep going this same route. My mouse is dying. Myles Gaskin, Miami.
Yeah, he had a big week last week.
Yes, he did. What do you have? He only had 9 points last game. Oh, this is his average. He's averaging 9 points, but he had 249 yards. So he had a good game.
Last week he had 249 yards?
Yes. If I'm reading this right. This is what I get for doing my research at 4:00 in the morning when I've been drinking all night.
I gotta find this Miami stuff.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. That's his year-to-date stats. I apologize.
Okay.
Year-to-date stats.
Oh, Miami had a massive week last week. 43-17. They blew the Niners out. I didn't even recall that. Holy macaroni. All right, so
Niners lost to the Eagles. They're done.
So Gaskins last week, yeah, he had a really good day. He had 60 yards. He had a touchdown rushing, but then he also had 5 receptions for 34 yards, which is like another 8 points or something like that. Added on, so he had a double-digit day. He had a really good day last week.
Right.
So yeah, it's a solid pick.
So that's why I'm going to go with that. And then for my wide receiver, since I had to fuck the rotation up because I'm being stupid and trying to rush, is Juju for my wide receiver.
Yes, you went with Juju. Okay, so you got Juju in there for your must start. I have absolutely probably another no-brainer, but more along the lines of he's a no-brainer because Godson's back today, so he's going to take off the pressure from Evans on the other side. So Evans will have a little bit more of a free reign against Green Bay's 13th pass D. 13th pass D, and they're 19th against pass touchdowns. So they're letting up a lot of touchdowns too. Green Bay's defense is pretty borderline average, I would say. So he's gonna get his points. But yeah, definitely with Godson back, he's gonna do his thing.
Also, I would like to also add, Devontae Adams is back. I think they're going to use him.
Yes. Well, absolutely.
They're gonna use him.
Absolutely. He's gonna get his yards.
He going to get his
with Aaron Rodgers.
He going to get
He's what?
He going to get his today.
He going to get his. He's been off for a couple weeks, so he's fresh.
Right. I mean, he played week 1, and then he's had 5 weeks off. What you doing with your time? better be reading it. Better be watching them play videos. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
Check it.
So, who we got next on the? All right. So I got Mike Evans. You have Juju. Now we go to our sleepers and redeemers, and I have at quarterback Matty Ice against Minnie. Now, Matt Ryan has been on a really cold streak as of recently, with numbers of 7.9, 12.4, 12.3.
Yeah, that was my
very
bust
bad.
last week. That was my bust last week. I said Matt Ryan would have done some damage. He did shit.
Now we're looking at Minnesota's 27th in passing yards against, with a whopping 271 average, and they're 27th with TD passes. So they are just their defense is terrible. But you have Julio Jones back, you have Calvin Ridley back, you have your offense back. So he's going to have his wide receivers, and there's no Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's gone. So now we're looking at a totally different offense that's going to be coming in. They might get back to basics, where you got to pound the ball. You're going to hand the ball off to Todd Gurley. He's going to get his yards. They're going to do some play action. You're going to work what Matt Ryan's good with. Matt Ryan's fantastic doing those play actions, roll out, hit a guy. That is his bread and butter. That's how he succeeded throughout his earlier years in the NFL. He's not the most mobile quarterback, but he still has a real strong arm on the run. So we're going to see a lot of play action stuff. You're going to see a lot of 10-yard chunk yards. Boom, boom, boom. Matt Ryan's going to have his.
Right. I agree with that. I concur. Sorry, I am all over the place today. I'm all out. My feng shui is so fucking off. My feng shui. I don't got my girlfriend's not next to me nagging at me. We are on, what part are we on again? God damn it.
We're on quarterbacks.
Oh, if we're redeeming. I'm going to tell you, I don't actually have anybody. Unless Wentz wants to come out of left field and do shit, but I suggest benching Wentz. I hate to say it, bench him.
He didn't do too bad last week.
It's not that he didn't do. It's not him though. It's he's got nothing. He's got nothing. He's a great running back, but
Wentz quarterback.
I know he's a quarterback, but the only time the Eagles got yardage and anything type of that possession is when he ran the fucking ball, when he got to call the shots. If he's calling plays on the field, if he's actually calling the plays on the field, then there's when he's actually allowed to change. That's when the Eagles start getting hot and get momentum. The second that Doug goes, "Excuse me, you're going to do what I tell you to do," game over. So,
yeah, you're right. Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, Stafford, I haven't heard much from him. I know, but he's been doing solid. He's been doing 16 points a game. So, unfortunately, I did not do my research on sleeper on a sleeper for a redeemer for quarterbacks.
No big deal. All right, so we're going to move down, and we're going back to running backs for sleeper and redeemer. I had him on my list last week. James Robinson against Detroit this week. I still believe in this guy. I even though Jacksonville's offense has kind of fallen off a little bit, but with him playing, where's that? Detroit is last against the run. They are averaging 170 yards a game against. Detroit is horrendous. So Jacksonville's got to eat up on this. They got to attack this. I understand Minshew, everyone wants to see Minshew throw his, 300 yards and everything like that. Listen, Minshew's not going to carry a team.
No.
Hand the ball off to James Robinson. Let him get his yards. Let him get his day. He's developing into a good back. He's for an undrafted rookie. He's probably his best that you could ever expect from that. So he just hand the ball off. Jacksonville, hand the ball off to the guy. So It's pretty much it. Like, you know, they're not working with a lot of talent down there in Jacksonville, but they made it work early in the season. Just got to rediscover that magic.
Right. So I am going to go with Adrian Peterson. He is due for a 100-yard game, and I mean, come on, first ballot. He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. We know this.
Absolutely.
Yes. He is he's due for a 100-yard game. He hasn't had one yet, and against Jacksonville, I think Jacksonville got some injuries going on in their defense. So I think today he's gonna come out there and show him what he's all about, saying that he still got it.
He does. He still has that burst. He's still a little bulldozer, big bulldozer. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. So, yeah. That's going to be a game to watch. That would be cool. A little slugfest in between the trenches.
I mean, if you don't want to watch the Eagles, I would suggest trying to see them.
Yeah. All right, so moving down to wide receivers, sleeper and redeemer, I have Michael Gallup against Arizona. Now, Arizona this is kind of weird because the analytics say this is not a good start, but I think this is a good sleeper pick for the fact of all right, so we'll roll through. Arizona's pass defense is like fourth. Like they got a really good pass defense. They're 14th against touchdowns. They're middle of the line. They're giving up their touchdowns on the pass. But my logic behind this is with Andy Dalton coming in for Dak, which that was a rough injury to see.
Anybody who actually, as an Eagles fan, as a guy who hates Dallas, the fact that if you were going to say anything horrible about Dak and his ankle, you can go fuck yourself. That is horrible. You know what I mean?
That was a brutal thing to watch.
Oh! I remember I was sitting at a brewery, and I'm sitting down and I'm having a beer, and I was looking over because we were outside, and they had this big ass TV, and I saw it through the window. I just saw it happen. I was like, oh, horrible. I hope Andy Dalton, shows him. One, shows him up. Two, he gets his numbers in.
I hope Dak comes back and everything, but I honestly think they don't lose anything at the quarterback position at all with Andy Dalton coming in. Andy Dalton is a very competent quarterback.
Right.
He was signed this is probably you talk about free agent signings. This is probably Jerry Jones's top 10 free agent signings ever. Like, this was a very smart decision. So if Andy Dalton comes in and he shows that this offense still can churn out points, which it might actually be better off. They are two different styles. So if you might see Andy Dalton getting that contract and not Dak, and Dak goes somewhere else, it is a very possible thing. Even though Stephen Jones, Pounds Table, says he's our guy, Dak's our guy, he's our future.
Say that. Every coach says that until you get behind them closed doors, and next thing you know. Kind of like with the Sam Bradford, Nick Foles situation. Should have kept Nick Foles instead of Sam Bradford. We watched what he did with the Jets. Fuck off.
Well, we did get a first round. We got a first. No, that was a terrible trade. That was a horrible trade. That was terrible. I think we gave up a second round draft pick.
Well, no, it was a terrible trade. We kept Sam Bradford instead of Nick Foles, and clearly, we lost critical years because of it. And
we did turn around. Once we drafted Wentz, we did get a first round draft pick in response to Minnesota's Teddy Bridgewater injury.
Right.
And so we did get draft capital back in the end, but I don't know. But
Big Dick Nick.
What I'm looking at with Andy Dalton is, and you see with a lot of backup quarterbacks, when they come in, it's not always the wide receiver one that gets more production. You see a decrease in that. So Amari Cooper's production might drop off considerably because Andy Dalton's used to practicing with those third, fourth option guys. So he builds, builds the reps with Gallup, and he's going to be like, all right, I know Gallup on this. He's going to do it. So I'm going to hit him on a timing route, and it's going to be dropping in the bucket. So you might see something. Not might. I think you're going to see this. You're going to see Michael Gallup have a day. Andy Dalton is going to – they're going to be like, oh, this is vintage Andy Dalton. Here we go.
I hope he does good. I hope he does good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off about all that crap.
No.
So
Who you got it?
So I'm going to go. I mean, it's not really a sleeper. I mean, he's pretty much a given. Well, I mean, like a secondary given. Chase Claypool, wide receiver. I'm going all Steelers today, baby. All Steelers. All Steelers.
Chase Claypool. He's going to have another day.
He's going to have a day. He's going to have, again, like I said, Roethlisberger isn't even going to suit up. He's just going to go out there in a hoodie and just be like, all right, guys, be nice to the kids. You know, of course, I talk all this shit and watch, like, you know, the Browns finally figure out how to fucking do something. That's what's going to happen. Oh, my God, Roethlisberger's down. He forgot his pads, folks. Why? But yes, Chase Claypool, I think he is going to have he's a little sleeper. It's not so much a sleeper. He's one of your secondary guys you put in your bench. I think you should play him. You know, and we're going to have that.
Yeah, hey, that is definitely a sleeper. It would be like along the lines of Fulgham.
Exactly.
Travis Fulgham would be along those lines. But
right.
Okay. Oh, what we got? We got Kaylee. Boom. The only thing that matters right now.
The only thing that matters right now. I get that. There's only is Chase Utley playing tonight? Because last time I checked, the Dodgers won't win without Chase Utley. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. Well, you know what happens is Clayton Kershaw is going to start, and then he's going to blow it, and that's what's going to happen because that's what always happens.
Talk baseball to me.
All right. So,
anywho, back to important things.
Back to football, the real sport. Okay, so we're going to go to our breakout flex with a little spice. Ooh. And this week, I'm going to go with Alexander Mattison, which kind of is almost like a no-brainer. Like, Dalvin Cook's out, so you want to probably plug him into your flex spot because he's probably going to get – he produced last year when Dalvin Cook got hurt. Like he's another one of those guys that – he's a backup, but he could start probably for half the league. So, so with them facing Atlanta is – did I write that down right? 14th ranked? I think that was 14th ranked against run, which is average. So he's going to get his numbers. He's going to get his carries. There's no one else behind him, so he's going to get all the carries. And it's against Atlanta. Atlanta's new coach, and everything like that. We'll see what happens. Maybe they got a little spark. Sometimes that happens. You replace the coach, they go on a tear. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, look at that. Atlanta found their way. Oh, no.
I need to keep my job. That's what it is. As you get a new coach, all of a sudden, everybody remembers how to play football.
Yeah. Well, you get a new voice. Right. You can only give the "Hey, go get them, guys" speech. So many times before the players go, "Yeah, okay, Dan."
I remember when Andy Reid first came to Philadelphia, and everyone was afraid of Andy Reid, and I don't know what happened. He got soft. I mean, I know his child, his son died, and all that kind of shit. So it shook him. But when Andy Reid got soft, is when the Eagles went right down the drain. I feel the coach has to just be a scary person. Like what's his name from Pittsburgh before this guy came in?
Bill Cowher.
Yeah, Bill Cowher. That man still scares me. He reminds me of my 7th, 8th grade wrestling coach, Mr. Rivers. And he just
yes, because he has that chin. He's got that defined.
It's just that. Exactly. Even Tony Dungy, the Indianapolis' old coach, he was a soft-spoken man, but that look on his face is like, you done fucked up. Just
okay. Go grab yourself a Gatorade on the bench.
Right. He won't yell at you, but it's just that look of disappointing your dad. Just damn it.
Yeah.
And I miss those people. That's why Ditka is still scary. Dick is 80 fucking years old and still scary.
Yeah, you don't see those hard-nosed coaches anymore where it's where they're gonna chew you out. Even I don't care if you're even though you still kind of get it from like I guess Bruce Arians,
right.
Down in Tampa. He has no problem chewing out the old-time great Tom Brady. Hey, you're sucking. Pick it up.
Yeah. So I don't know what Kaylee means by this comment here. It says y'all need a Saturday night or Sunday morning blaze event. A girl can dream right. What do we make?
I don't blaze.
Having a fire? Are we having a fire or are we doing a structure fire? What do you mean blaze? I don't know. Bald Bastard has a dog named Blaze. I mean, I can bring him on. He's a cute pup. He's a Burmese mountain dog.
They're cute.
Hold on. We're American, not Canadian.
Talking about, I guess she's talking about fire. She's talking about like little fire.
Maple leaves. Like we're gonna make pancakes. Are we making pancakes on a Sunday morning?
Oh, I love pancakes.
I know. Pancakes are delicious.
So good.
Y'all want the pancakes? So
pancakes.
Monahan, home now.
I just want some pancakes.
I just want pancakes. Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Oh God, freaking movie, terrible.
Anyway, where was I? Where were we? I'm lost now. Who am I?
That was Freddie got fingered.
Yeah.
What's his name? Green. Tom Green. Tom Green.
and people wonder why I'm so fucked up in the head. That's who we watched. We didn't have educational programming. We had Tom Green and Jackass and George Carlin and Red Fox and Eddie Murphy when he wasn't holy and Dane Cook when he was actually funny for one time and
oh God. Dave Chappelle. All right, so that does it for all of those must starts, sleepers, redeemers, everything. We got to go to that magical area of the bet of the week where I hit last week and the week before. Last week was I think the Giants. Yes, the Giants game I hit. I said that Giants-Dallas game was not going to be a double-digit win, and they ended up winning by, I think it was 3 points or something, or Dallas won by 3 points, so they covered. And so you won that bet. You're welcome. But this week, bet of the week, Eagles are getting 9.5 points against Baltimore. Eagles shock the world, upset Baltimore. That's what's going on.
Turn down a main a bit there, Skid Row. Actually, no, I have. Funny enough, your volume is going through here, so that was my fault for So what you're saying is, because I'm dumb and I don't gamble on this shit, you're saying that the Eagles. So Eagles are given 9.5 points, correct?
Yes. So Baltimore's going to have to win by 10.
Oh. So the Eagles like to play as good as the team they're playing. So that's a good bet.
Yeah.
And what have I always said? If it's over 7, I would do it. It's over 7, I'll do it.
I think this might be I think this might be one of those they beat Baltimore and so they win outright and it's and then you're gonna have a week full of talk radio stuff on WIP. They're like, oh yeah, Eagles, they got it together now. They this is it, they got it. And then next week they have 6 points.
Carson Wentz has turf toe.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Eagles they're injured. Like their offensive line is
they came
boy.
they came into the season injured. I hate to say it, they came into the season injured. First game, watching 6 guys walk off the fucking field. No, you can't have that.
Lane Johnson's soft, man.
He's been soft for a while.
Yeah, it's like he has no problem when he's playing when Brooks is playing right beside him because
Right.
he's like he's like all pro and everything like that. As soon as Brooks goes down, every time Brooks goes down, Lane Johnson ain't far behind. It's like I don't know, I am playing next to freaking Jack Driscoll. Fuck that shit.
Fucking Driscoll. it's like in the the remake of Longest Yard. You know, are you hurt? If you want to cry, I'll cry with you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's a damn shame. You know, Lane Johnson can be a solid tackle in the NFL. For some reason, he gets these like little nicks, and it's like, oh my god, die! And like, dude, hey, I totally get your ankle. The doctor said you're fine. You're fucking fine. Wrap it up. Put a cortisone shot in it. Get the fuck out there. Make your money.
Seriously, man. Seriously. I feel football has gone too soft. I get injuries or they happen. Like, when someone snaps their ankle, that's an injury.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How long is your hamstring going to bother you? What's that?
Deshaun
asshole?
Jackson.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
D-Jack. D-Jack, you
Yeah.
came here talking all your shit. You played 2 games in the past 2 years. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's weird. Like everyone talks like football players are like he-mans and everything like that. But you know what, dude? You throw any football player up against a damn hockey player. There's hockey players that get fucking sliced by a goddamn blade on the bottom of right across their goddamn neck. I've seen where these guys are fucking gushing blood in the goddamn corner, and they're getting freaking rolled out on a freaking cart. And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm fucking fine." He's trying to get off the goddamn thing, and he's like, "I'm ready to fucking play my next shift." It's because these guys want to fucking play.
Right. Well, they
If
also
you want to play, they're going to be out there.
right, but they also don't make as much as football players do, which is why.
Right.
That's why I like hockey. Hockey players want to play. It's gritty. It's dirty. And think about it. They have more pads on, and they got to balance on 2 little blades. That's it.
And on the hardest surface in the world.
Right. and then you got a guy with where science comes into play here with speed and inertia, and you're sitting there trying to get to you're looking down. Next thing you know, you got a fucking Mack truck running you into the fucking wall.
Yeah, absolutely. You're sitting there skating, trying to look at a little freaking 3-inch puck and trying to balance on a 2-inch blade, and you're trying to go down the ice, and then all of a sudden you got a 6'6" freaking or 6'8" Chara from freaking Boston come in and just level you. And
You got to.
what happens? You get back up. Yeah, you're a little dizzy. They get back to the bench, throw some smelling salts up their goddamn nose. They're ready to roll their next shift.
And that's why you got these guys from Bratislava that don't even know how to fucking speak English, and they're just like da 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 da. Love them.
Yeah.
Love it. Love hockey. I wish I knew who was on the Flyers because they just changed players too quickly. But I love watching it. Go Flyers.
Yeah, they do. Flyers got some. They're going to be good. Flyers are going to be good. But hey, that pretty much wraps it up this week. You gotta sell your house, Bromigo. I have got to get to football.
Oh, the football. Real quickly though, for the people who are listening and watching, as we mentioned on our podcast, it comes out every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. That around Halloween time, we're going to release our top 10 horror movies, Halloween movies, top 10 list. And we want your input. We want to know what you guys feel, what you think. So we can talk about it. Now, Bald Bastard doesn't watch movies. We know this. So, we can make fun of him about it. And, share what we all think about certain movies. Monahan loves the gore. I love the classics. It happens. I mean, I do love the gore too. Who doesn't want to see someone's inside just explode? But I love the psychological, the cheesy music, the cheesy effects. Because, come on. That's what it is. So we want to get your input. So please share on our page. Send us a message on our Facebook page. Email us, barfyandthebashbrigade@gmail.com. You know, we don't tweet because we're not the president and we don't matter. So let us know. And also remember, check us out. All of our stuff's online. All of our episodes, Spotify, Facebook, Apple Music, Google, your mother's ass, your computer at mycomputer.net. All the places are out there. Please check us out. And if you live in New Jersey, you want to buy a house, buy my house, please, just so I can get out of this shit.
It's a nice house.
It is a nice house, dude. It breaks my heart I got to sell it, but come on. I'm in my basement, and it looks like I'm in a living room. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is just my basement. So imagine what the rest of the house looks like. It looks like a single depressed man lives here because there's nothing on the walls. So,
well, you're supposed to take everything off the walls anyway.
I mean, I didn't put anything up to begin with, so fucking bitch. Anywho, so we'll see you guys later. Actually, we might go live later tonight. We might.
Yes.
For the Escape from the Womb celebration for the Bald Bastard. You never know.
Yes.
So we got to figure.
He's probably gonna get too drunk for his at his birthday party.
So we had a super soft birthday party for him yesterday, and unfortunately, because I was in Florida, his wife is very cautious and careful, and whether I think it's bullshit or not, I got to respect it. I planned him a super soft birthday party with streamers and balloons and pony rides and all this type of jazz. And he had a great time. I mean, I didn't hear from him all day. I was waiting for a "you're a dick" text message throughout the day. At some point, he had a good time. The pictures are up. Actually, I made a little video on Barfy and the Bald Bee Facebook page because Zuckerberg won't let me change the fucking name. And check it out. Wish the Bald Bastard some love, and we'll be back later on tonight, hopefully.
We'll see.
I'll see you later, Crash.
See you next week.